Hello and welcome back to Caveman Clark for my second video blog. Today we'll be talking about Inov-8. There's a couple of models I've got here. The Inov-8 Baregrip 200 and the Trailroc 235. The reason that I've got these two pairs is they are currently the only zero drop off-road shoes that Inov-8 make. They may be bringing out another one at the moment, but as far as I'm aware, in the UK this is the only options that you've got if you want a trail shoe and you want it to be zero drop. So we'll go through those in a minute, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare them to the other shoes on the market. We'll be comparing them to the Vivo Barefoots, the New Balance Minimus MT00, the Trail Glove by Merrell, and of course my last blog, the Vibram 5-finger Sporiden LS, or in this case just the Sporiden without the laces, the Europe only model at the moment. I think they'll be bringing that out in America as we speak. Okay, so just to let you know straight away, I haven't actually taken these out for a run yet. I've got them out of the box, I've had a good look at them, played around with them a bit, put them on, felt what they're like on my foot, and the whole point of this blog post is I am a barefoot runner that's looking for a shoe for trail running, and I want two things out of that shoe and nothing else. Number one, I want a decent grip so that I'm not slipping, sliding on rocks, mud, etc. And secondly, what I'm looking for, okay, is the fact, as we see in this shoe here, that it's given me a little bit of protection for the foot. On the front, in case you toe a rock, on the bottom for sharp objects, and then something around the side, especially for winter time when it's colder and wetter, just to keep the foot a little bit more snug so it's not freezing cold. Okay, so I've been looking for a long time to find these shoes, and what do I want first of all? I want a zero drop so that my foot is in the natural position that your foot should be in when running. Okay, no altering it. For example, if we have a look here with the New Balance Minimus MT10, these actually have a 4mm drop at the back of the shoe here. This is 4mm higher than the front of the shoe, so exaggerated, it puts your heel higher than naturally it should be. So I'm looking for a zero drop, I'm looking for minimal cushioning so that I've got maximal proprioception on the floor. I can feel with my feet themselves without even looking can tell my brain what they're running over. Is it this angle, that angle, is it bumpy, is it hard, is it soft, is it slippy? So I want maximal proprioception, but at the end of the day, being off-road, being trails, there are sharp hazards out there, there are hawthorns and whatnot in England, so I'm looking for protection and I'm looking for grip, okay, because at the moment what I've found, if I show you a few of the shoes, if we start here with the 5 fingers, okay, this is the KSO. It's one of my trusty models that I've had for a very long time. Fantastic on completely dry trails, fantastic on the road, fantastic for everyday use, but there's just no grip there whatsoever for wet and slippy conditions. So then you come up, okay, you come up to say the Vibram 5 fingers Speed. If you have a look again at that grip on the bottom there, again we're starting to get a little bit more grip, some plating protection on here and whatnot. Gives you that little bit more, but still not enough, and I've taken these to the Peak District and slipping and sliding all over the place. Again, the same with the Komodo Sport. Fantastic shoe, really comfortable, but that grip's just not good enough off-road. So then we come up to something like this. You've got the New Balance MT10 and MT00. Very similar grip on the bottom of those. We've got like these, if you look at those, lugs on the bottom, round, not really that grippy. Again, these are fantastic on dry and compacted trails, which is what they're designed to do really in America, but they're just not giving that grip. So then we come up to a trail glove, a little bit more, but again, still, these don't fit me that well anyway. I find that they're starting to rub here and here, sometimes give me blisters, so I'm really not that much of a fan of these at the moment. Don't think they'll last much longer for me because they're not that comfortable, but again, slipping and sliding all over the place. So then that brings me to, if we have a look at these, first of all we have a look at the Sporiden, which is at the moment is my favourite trail shoe. This is the best thing Vibram Five Finger have come up with for trail running, and we've got really good grip there on dry and semi-wet conditions, but again I found in really wet conditions, which we often get here in England, they're still not quite enough. I'm still looking for a bit more. So these, I use them all the time and I love them, but when it's really wet I'm still looking for a bit more. That brings me to the Vivo Barefoot Neo Trail. Fantastic grip on that. What is the problem with it? I'll tell you, there's a couple of things. One, it's a little bit too heavy and bulky for my liking, and two, I've just walked the Pennine Way in these. That's 268 miles of walking all the way from the Peak District up into Scotland. I don't know if you can see, but look on that heel. I've completely and utterly sheared off all of the grip in 268 miles, and to me that's not that good. It's also completely, well, nearly gone across this section of the shoe as well. So although these guys started off fantastic, they're just not holding up to it, and they hold the water like anything. I mean, they end up weighing twice as much, so it started to put me off this shoe a little bit. I'm not saying it's not a good shoe, it really is, and I've got a lot of use out of these, but the grip doesn't last and it's too heavy. So then I came across these. This is what I want in a grip. If you look at that from the side, I mean, look at the size of those lugs. I mean, these are huge. That is, I mean, that's a centimetre deep, 10mm lugs, and they really are, I mean, they really are grippy. That is what I want. So you might say, well, why have I ordered these as well? Well, one simple fact. This is zero drop, fantastic. No cushioning, fantastic. The grip is exactly what I want. But it's just not the right shape. For me, anyway, personally. I have quite wide feet. If I show you, that is the right foot, if I show you the size of my foot, like that, and I put this up next to it, okay, what you'll notice is my foot here, okay, this is the ball of the foot and it comes straight up to the little toes. If you could draw a line in the metatarsal straight up there, and it's pretty much straight. That is not. You've got this curve, okay. I can see why Inov-8 have made this. It is a fell shoe. You want minimal space here, so you're not holding on too much mud. It's a performance fit, built for speed. But that bit there just bends my toe in, and it's so uncomfortable. I mean, I knew as soon as I got these out of the box and put them on my feet that this wasn't the shoe for me. Everything about it is perfect except that shape. Now, I don't know, but hopefully Inov-8 in the future will make this exact shoe, but with, they call this the performance fit, whereas the Trailroc 235 has what they call the anatomical fit, which means that it's wider here and it also comes straighter up here as opposed to curving right in at the top. Okay, so this is ideally what I'm looking for extreme trail conditions. It's really pliable, as you can see. It bends over, folds up. It's 200 grams, hence the fact it's the Baregrip 200. And it has a lovely toe protector on the end of it. The lacing holds in your foot. It's perfect all the way up until you hit this point here. It's not wide enough here, and it points in too much here. So I'm afraid those guys are going to have to be put back in the box and sent back. And until Inov-8 make this shoe in the anatomical fit, I'm not going to be able to wear it. I do like it though, it's cool. Anyway, so working on to the Trailroc 235. There's 235, 245 and 255. The 255 has a 6mm drop from heel to toe. The 245 has a 3mm drop from heel to toe. And the one that I've chosen, the 235, has a 0 drop. Okay, so your heel here is the same height as the forefoot. It's pretty bendy, okay, there's not much to it. It will fold up like that. It's not as pliable as a 5-finger, that really is nothing. But you have got a bit more toe protection here. You've got a rubber bit right at the front there, which is really good for protecting the toe. You've got a wider fit here. The lacing again holds the foot in really well. You've got the choice, okay, if you're slightly in between sizes like I am, you can take out that if you want to get closer to the ground. I'm going to try and with this first on more rocky trails, and if I find that I lose proprioception, then I will take that out and we'll just have, like your standard shoe, the stitching inside there. Okay, I'm going to start with it and see what happens though. It does fit really well, your foot's held in lovely, the material seems really good quality and it looks like it will drain really well, as opposed to the Vivo Barefoot, which if you look at this is just absolute solid and holds the water. I think these should let it drain out all the way along the sides here, all the way here. It should be a much better shoe. So the protection is what I'm looking for on that shoe, and I'm pretty pleased with that. It's not too much, but not too little as well, because on more technical trails you need a bit. But if we go to the bottom, the grip is pretty good. It's more than a Spiridon or a Spiridon. Okay, a little bit more grip. The lugs on the Spiridon stick out about 2mm. I'd say on here they stick out about 5, so there's a bit more on there. Time will tell on that. I'll do another blog post when I've worn them for a bit. But just to say, at the moment, I'm quite impressed with it. I'm a little bit disappointed because Inov-8 are a quality company. The shoes that they make are top quality, really durable. People swear by them. You really can't fault them on their durability and quality. But all I'm saying is I wish they'd make a few more trail shoes like this with the anatomical fit. Please, 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 Inov-8, if you ever watch this, anyone from Inov-8, can you please make the Baregrip with that fantastic fell grip on there? As you can see, what a difference that is. Please make that with the anatomical fit. For now I'm going to try these guys out, see what happens. If it's still not enough grip, maybe we'll get in contact and ask if it's possible for you to do something with the Baregrip. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this. I hope that helps anybody, and I'll be back soon to do a post on the Pennine Way, the 268-mile walk that I did, and also give you an update on the Inov-8s. Thank you very much. Bye.